Deep beneath this clay dirt bank lies a wild honey fortress. While most bees build up high, these rock bees burrow straight into the earth. Let's carefully dig away the soil to see what's hidden inside. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 17 parallel combs packed with thick, golden wild honey. We're going to gently harvest this massive nest while trying our best to preserve the colony. You won't want to miss a single second of this deep jungle adventure. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we are embarking on a journey deep into the lush, mountainous regions of Vietnam. The weather today is a bit unpredictable. It looks like it might rain soon, but that's not going to stop us. Behind me, you can see a beautiful, rushing, rocky stream. The water is incredibly clear, cascading down these massive boulders. In this part of the world, finding wild honey is a tradition passed down through generations. Today, we are searching for a very specific type of wild bee known locally as ong da, or rock bees. These bees don't build their nests high up in the trees like other species. Instead, they find crevices in stone cliffs or burrow deep into dry, clay-rich dirt banks on the hillsides. Just earlier, while looking up toward that high ridge over there, I noticed a steady stream of bees flying back and forth. That's a classic sign that a major nest is hidden somewhere nearby. Let's head up into the brush and see what we can find. After climbing up the steep slope, we've made it to the spot. If you look closely right here under this thick tangle of tree roots and ferns, you can see a small, dark opening. And there they are. Wild bees are constantly flying in and out of this hole. Before we do anything else, we need to prepare. When working with wild bees, safety and respect for the colony are key. I'm not using any commercial chemical sprays or heavy protective gear. Instead, I've gathered some dry bamboo and dry leaves to make a natural smoker. The light smoke doesn't harm the bees. It simply masks their alarm pheromones and keeps them calm while we work. Let's get the smoke ready. To get a proper look at what we're dealing with, I have to clear away some of this dense vegetation. I'm using a traditional Vietnamese billhook knife, locally called a rua. It's the ultimate jungle multi-tool, perfect for slicing through stubborn vines and clearing the red clay soil. Now, I'll gently blow some of this bamboo smoke directly into the entrance. You can hear the pitch of their buzzing change slightly. They are retreating deeper into the cavity. As I clear away the leaves, I've just noticed something interesting. There's actually a second entrance hole a little further to the right. This means the cavity inside must be quite large. I want to estimate how wide this nest actually is. By checking where the bees are active and measuring the distance between the two entrance holes with my hand, it spans about 4 hand widths. That is roughly 30 to 32 inches of solid nesting space inside this dirt bank. Finding a wild rock bee nest of this scale is quite rare. This is going to require some careful digging to make sure we don't damage the combs. Alright, it's time to start digging. The soil here is a very dense, heavy red clay, packed with tough roots. I have to be incredibly gentle. One wrong strike with the blade could crush the fragile wax combs inside and waste all that beautiful honey. I'm slowly carving away the outer layer of earth, creating a wider opening. The bees are beginning to pour out, but thanks to the bamboo smoke, they aren't being overly aggressive. It's a slow process, but patience always pays off. Look at that, guys! The first golden combs are starting to reveal themselves. The wax is a beautiful, bright yellow, which indicates these are fresh, active combs. In a typical rock bee nest, the combs are built in parallel vertical sheets, perfectly spaced. From what I can see so far, there are at least 5 or 6 layers visible right at the front, but the cavity goes much deeper. Let's keep digging back to expose the full structure. We've cleared away a significant portion of the clay bank now. This is absolutely incredible. The sheer organization of these wild bees is mind-blowing. They've constructed a massive subterranean fortress here. The bees are clustering tightly around the combs to protect them, but they are remaining relatively calm. I'm just using my hands and the knife to clear the loose dirt from the bottom so it doesn't get onto the clean honeycombs. We want to keep the harvest as pristine as possible. Now that the nest is fully exposed, let's count them together. Look at this horizontal row of vertical combs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. 17 individual combs in a single wild nest. I have been hunting wild honey for years, and I honestly don't think I've ever seen a rock bee nest with this many combs. The scale of this colony is spectacular. If you look at the top section of each comb where it attaches to the dirt ceiling, you'll see it's incredibly thick and swollen. Those are the honey caps. They are completely capped with wax, meaning the honey inside is fully ripe, thick, and has very low water content. The lower parts of the combs contain the brood, the developing bee larvae. As a rule, we want to be very sustainable. We only want to take the honey-filled sections and leave the brood combs intact so the colony can survive, rebuild, and continue to thrive in this forest. I've put on a pair of clean gloves and prepared a large plastic sheet to lay the combs on. I'm starting from the far left side, which has some of the smaller, newer combs. Using my small knife, I carefully slice the top of the first comb away from the root ceiling. This first piece is relatively small and doesn't have much honey yet. But as we move to the second and third combs, you can see the rich, golden liquid starting to glisten. It's incredibly sticky and sweet. Moving deeper into the nest now, these middle combs are much larger and heavier. As I cut them, you can feel the weight of the wild honey. You'll notice that some of these combs have a slightly darker amber hue. This happens when bees collect nectar from different wild jungle flowers, or when the comb is slightly older. The variety of wild blossoms in this forest gives the honey a complex, floral flavor that you simply cannot find in store-bought honey. This next comb is massive. I have to support it with my left hand while I cut the top with my right to prevent it from dropping into the dirt. Wow, look at the size of this piece. It must weigh at least 2 pounds on its own. The honey cells are completely full and sealed. It's absolutely beautiful. The bees are buzzing around my hands, but they know I'm moving slowly and gently so they aren't stinging. Staying calm is the best defense. The nest continues even further back behind this large rock. I'm reaching in to harvest the deep combs. These innermost combs are incredibly well protected. The honey here is very dark and concentrated. Slicing through these sections feels like cutting through warm butter. It's pure, unfiltered nature at its finest. Oh, wait, because these combs are so heavy with honey and the weather is warm, one of the large pieces further back just slipped and collapsed. Fortunately, I managed to catch it before it fell completely into the loose dirt. This is why you always have to be alert. The weight of the honey can easily cause the delicate wax to tear under its own gravity. I'll get this piece cleaned up and placed safely onto our plastic sheet. We are nearing the end of the harvest. I have left the central brood combs untouched, as promised. We've only harvested the rich honey tops. This ensures that the queen and the remaining worker bees can quickly repair the hive. In just a couple of months, this colony will have rebuilt these combs completely. It's all about coexisting with nature, not destroying it. Look at this incredible haul. We have a giant bag filled to the brim with pure, golden wild honeycomb. It's getting late now and the clouds are getting darker. I have a long, 20-mile motorbike ride ahead of me to get back home, navigating some steep and winding mountain roads. But it was absolutely worth it. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure today. If you enjoyed watching this wild honey harvest, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I'll see you all on the next jungle adventure. Safe travels, everyone.